Good morning. Good morning. Yesterday I was very humbled, to be very honest. Last November I was at the point, for those of you who know me, I'm trying to lose weight. Last November I was going through severe pain in my legs. I was having trouble getting out of a chair. In fact, I could not get out of a chair without leaning on something. I was walking very slowly. I was having severe knee pain. I went to the doctor and I found out because of injuries on my knee, I have almost no cartilage left in my knee. So I have osteoarthritis really bad in my knees. Thank God it's not rheumatoid arthritis. But I also, my cholesterol was through the roof and I was a train wreck ready to happen. I saw an elderly gentleman, and I'm not condemning this guy. I'm not his doctor. I'm not his Holy Spirit. But I saw an elderly gentleman who was overweight and tall, but he was walking into a restaurant using a walker, and I knew that that was me in about 5 years if I didn't do anything. I'm going to be crippled before my time. We can't help getting old, but I learned from my father, you can fight, you can fight. And I have one of my good friends who has muscular dystrophy. He was told when he's 9 years old, in 6 months he won't be walking. He's still walking. So I learned you can fight. And that's what I chose to do. So I was praying and I was asking God for a diet plan. Because I was weighing 361 when I started. My BMI was 42.8. My cholesterol was through the roof. And what I was doing wasn't working. I was reading a fashion blog because I like to read on what looks good on a guy with my age and my body type. When I buy presents for my wife, and when I want to buy clothes, I want to buy her something that actually she wants to wear that would look good on her. So I was reading a fashion blog, and this woman was saying that she lost 30 pounds on a vegetarian diet, and her boyfriend lost 40 pounds. Well, I thought, okay, I can buy that book. And I got a copy of the book. It was by a Dr. Furman. I found out later that he was a bit of a crackpot and he exaggerated his claims. And you couldn't trust his book. And even vegans think he was wrong. But I was at a bookstore because I break for bookstores. It's not hoarding if it's books. I'm telling you, if it's charcoal grills and books, it is not hoarding. But I was looking through vegetarian cookbooks and I found a cookbook, actually it's right here, called Plentifully Lean. And the woman had a slew of health problems and she lost 70 pounds on a vegan diet. Okay, and I thought, okay, I can learn something from her. And I bought the book and I started loosely following her plan because she gave up dairy, and I live in Wisconsin. My grandfather owned a creamery. My wife was raised on a dairy farm. I'm not giving up dairy. In fact, in Wisconsin, I think it's against the law to give up dairy. It's not going to happen in my home. And I'm not going to give up eggs because I like eggs. I have cast iron skillets, and a vintage egg cooked in a cast iron skillet, there's nothing like it. And I have charcoal grills, so I'm going to cook meat, point blank. But I did follow her diet. And what she does is half of her plate is fruits and vegetables, and the other half is whole grain, legumes, plant-based protein. And I started doing that like a 50-50 plate. And then when I do eat meat or animal protein, I take 50% of my plate fruit and vegetables, 25% of my plate will be whole grains, or potatoes or healthy starches, something like that. And the other 25% of my plate, lean protein. I'm eating a lot of turkey, fish, and chicken. I'm not so much beef anymore, but unless it's pizza and my family wants pizza, I might sneak a piece because I don't want to feel deprived, because then I'm going to end up binging. But anyway, I've been eating mostly a plant-based diet. I've been finding plant-based foods that I absolutely love. I have an oatmeal bowl in the morning that I eat with oatmeal, pecans, flaxseed, maple syrup. That just tastes great. It tastes sweet, and I eat it in the morning all the time. I love it. I order oatmeal at restaurants sometimes because it's something I absolutely love. You got to find healthy food I love. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And I'm very humbled because I started looking at pictures of where I started yesterday. And I started at 361. Like I said, my BMI is 42.8, and I can't get knee replacement surgery until my BMI is below 30. Point blank. If I ever need it, I'm sunk if I don't lose weight because they won't touch it. But now I'm at the halfway point. I started out 361. My goal is 235, but when I get down to that range, I'm going to talk to a nutritionist and a doctor that knows what they're talking about what I should weigh. So I'm going in there with knowledge because I am seeing a doctor and a nutritionist. But now my BMI is 35.8. I'm weighing 298. I'm below 300 pounds for the first time in like 12 or 13 years. I'm down 2 clothing sizes. I'm trying, because I have to buy new clothes, I'm trying outfits that I would never normally wear. I'm finding out some things don't work. I even tried on a pair of tapered jeans at JCPenney's. Nobody could see me, thankfully. And I'm thinking, on what planet do they make skinny and tapered jeans for old fat men? It just didn't work. But anyway, so I ended up getting relaxed fit jeans because they look good on me and they work. But the thing is, I'm at the halfway point. And I'm very humbled because I'm just sitting there thinking, what happened to that fat man that was a binge eater that used food as a drug? I mean, it's like I saw a picture of my wife with this guy. He says, who's that skinny guy that my wife is with? I think she's cheating on me. Of course, it was a joke and it was me, but I'm very humbled at where I came from, and I'm at the halfway point. And I know there's going to be a lot of challenges as ahead. There's going to be plateaus. There's going to be days when I go overboard and eat too much. But look at what God did. And I'm so very grateful about God giving me the wisdom on having a weight loss plan that works for me. And the neat thing about it, if I just opened the book of Leviticus and Deuteronomy and read the Jewish food laws, the healthy eating plan is right there in the Bible, if we would follow it. Because the Levitical food laws is all about healthy eating. And that's basically what I'm doing because I'm still eating meat and, and cheese and that sort of thing. So I'm mostly following the Levitical food laws without going nuts with it because I still like shrimp and that sort of thing. But and I'm not giving up catfish on a summer day. Not going to happen. But I am from Illinois. Catfish is not going to happen. It's going to be part of my diet. But it's like, look what God did. And look what God is doing. And if you need to lose weight, my advice is to pray. Get your church involved. Have them pray for you. Go to a doctor. See a nutritionist and find a food plan that works for you. Because if God can do it for me and break my bondage to food, I promise you God can do it for you. And I will put up videos from time to time about healthy grilling and some of the things I've been doing that work. But this actually, I would recommend people reading this book, Plantfully Lean, because it does, even if you don't want to go vegan, it does have some good recipes and some insight you can glean. Because I don't buy veganism for the environment. I don't think it's a smart philosophy as a whole, but you can learn from them about some healthy vegetarian side dishes and healthy vegetarian meals. My thing is, why should the vegans have all the fun with healthy eating? Why can't I have a turkey burger, which is very good, by the way, and a side dish that's absolutely healthy and pops? I love it. But that's what I wanted to just say, just take some time to thank God for what He is doing. And we'll see you next time.